Hey everybody, God bless you all. Today, Pastor Orlando here with a new Bible review. We are reviewing the Schuyler Quentel NASB in full Yapp. This is the black goatskin edition with the silver lining and the silver stamping, as you can see here. It does have 5 raised hubs, but they are just slightly raised. They're not like the other Quentels, which have more of a bump to them. But overall, it is a beautiful Bible. You can see it is silver line. The lighting here is not that great, but it's silver under gold. You do have the black goat skin. It has the Jerusalem cross. And this has become probably my favorite Bible. Like seriously, I love this Bible. It does have 3 red ribbons here, as you can see. Double-sided. Inside is red calfskin liner. It says goatskin leather and silver. It has the silver that goes all the way through the Bible, even through the spine, as you can see it here. On the back side is just plain red. The Bible is edge lined, which is great. Wonderful for Bibles. It protects it. The Bible does have a presentation page, if I could just get to it, which is pretty standard now, these presentation pages in the Quentels. It has your marriages, deaths, births. It says Holy Bible. Common knowledge there for NASB stuff. And here we get to the Old Testament, and as you can see, it lays pretty flat right out. I mean, it's just beautiful. I love how it lays flat. Here you get more into the Bible, it lays even more flat. I did work it in a little bit to make it lay flat, but it was very minimal stuff I had to do. And it's just a beautiful Bible. As you know, it does have the red chapter numbers, the information in red. On the bottom, you have the references in red as far as where to find your references at. Has decent sized margins on the side. I'm gonna say maybe like around 3/4 of an inch. Let's go ahead and measure it. So yeah, 3/4 of an inch margin all on the both sides. On the top you have just a little over 1/2 inch, and on the bottom you have about 1/2 inch. So yeah, decent margins to write in. I do write in these Bibles. The poetry section is verse by verse. The rest is paragraph format, which I'm not a big fan of, but with Quentels I'm able to deal with it just because they're such great Bibles. Usually paragraph style Bibles are more of a reading type Bible, whereas the Allen NASB readers, something like that is verse by verse, and you go ahead and preach from those Bibles. Just a great Bible, man. The only thing I wish that they would do is remove the concordance in the back. I mean, it's just a waste. Everybody has Google by this point in life. I mean, if you don't have Google by now, it's free. Like everybody has access to the internet, whether it's a library or something. Everybody has a phone. There's no need for this, really. The amount of people that use it is very minimal. I'm sure I'll get 1 or 2 people in the comment that say, hey, I use it, but seriously, we have Google, or we have apps now. I wish they would take that out and add lined paper, or more importantly, take this out and increase the thickness of the paper from 28 GSM, because this is 28 GSM, to a 36 like it used to be. The thickness will be the same, but it'll just be better quality. I mean, this is a white paper, but the pages are very hard to turn sometimes. I learned that turning from the bottom is a lot easier than turning the page from the top. Also, with the thinner paper like this, any wind, any air that comes from a fan when I'm preaching or reading, it does tend to turn a page when I'm preaching, and that gets really annoying. But overall, this is a beautiful Bible. Other than the 28 GSM, I just wish it was heavier. Let's go ahead and compare it to the Allen NASB readers. As you can see here, let me go ahead and put it in frame better. The Allen is slightly shorter, just slightly shorter than the Quentel. Width-wise, it is a hair shorter also, because this Quentel is a full Yapp. As you can see, it closes, it touches, whereas this is more of a semi-Yapp or a 3/4 Yapp, where it just doesn't close all the way. The thickness is the same, as you can see, pretty much the same there. And this one has Bible paper in the back to take notes, and it has 36 GSM paper, so that should tell you something. But the Allen is verse by verse. As you can see here, let's get into the New Testament. Again, paragraph format, and here you have verse by verse. This one is verse by verse, easier to preach from, but really doesn't make too much of a difference. It's something you can deal with. The overall, I would say I like this cover much better than this cover, even though the Allen is a little bit more greenier. But they're both bound by Youngblood, and they're just both amazing Bibles. If you're considering getting a full Yapp from Schuyler, go ahead and do it. You won't regret it. Now, what I wish they would do to make this better also is in the Canterbury, you have the verse numbers in red, and you have the words of Christ in red, and it's like a dark red, and I just love their format. And again, Canterbury is verse by verse, so I wish that they would make their Bibles, their Quentels, verse by verse. If they could take the Canterbury format and put it into their Quentels, I'd buy so many of these and just give them out to people, to other preachers that I know who would use them, and it's just great. But overall, again, great Bible. It's one of my favorite. I wanted to get the marble mahogany calfskin, but I decided to go with the black because I already had the marble mahogany and the regular Quentel NASB, and I don't regret it. I love it. It looks beautiful. It looks even better in person than it does in camera. The camera doesn't do it justice because of the lighting, but I think it's beautiful. It's amazing. It feels great, and I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Follow me for more great content. You can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Orlando Virgil Jr. Until next time, God bless.